Hello Neo Geo fanatics, this is Chris the Pocket Master here to talk about the Fightbox R2 arcade stick controller for the Neo Geo MVS, AES, or CD machine. I'm going to go over all of the things that someone who owns a Neo Geo console are probably wondering about. So without further ado, let's get into it. In today's video, I'm going to focus on the architecture of the arcade stick, and then I will play a series of games testing out a few things. This arcade stick was sent to me by Fightbox, and I did request the joystick to be an LB30N because I was already familiar with how the ball stick functioned. You get to request the arcade stick you want on Fightbox's webpage if you ever decide to get one of these. So here I am opening the device, screwing on the arcade stick, and there you go. We have your plain Jane white arcade controller. Some may say it's bland, but I see this as an opportunity to decorate it with some stickers or autographs from tournament players or autographs of WWE wrestlers. I don't know, you can decorate it to whatever suits your personality. The joystick has that clicking sensation that everybody loves. However, the buttons do not click like some arcade sticks out there do, such as the RAC J200S's arcade stick. I mean, just listen to it. I know that a few people care about if an arcade controller clicks, some people love it, and other people absolutely hate it. Personally, I do not care. I only care about the quality of gameplay. I also love the grips under the Fightbox R2 arcade stick. They're kind of like the original AES controller grips. So when you set it down to play, it doesn't slide everywhere like some controllers do. I like how it doesn't have those plastic things that stick to everything as well, like the RAC 200S. The plastic on that thing can get annoying when you're trying to move it somewhere else. Before I hit the most important parts of the review, I do have to mention that I couldn't record myself playing with the stick on my old school TV I have in my game room due to that TV showing scan lines while I record on my camera. So I bought a monitor for this video. I was assured that there was no latency on this specific monitor when I play old school games. So I bought it, and I feel after trying it out, the words of my Neo Geo fanatics on forums and Reddit were true. This monitor is great. Anytime I consider getting a fight stick, I always look for reviews to, play video games, like the ones that require specific inputs. Unfortunately, some of the ones out there do not address my questions or series of tests. So here are my questions. How responsive is it? Can I perform all of my moves in fighting games with ease? Will I enjoy using this with games other than fighting games? And is it durable? So first on the list is how responsive is it? The controller is very responsive. All buttons worked right out the box. The one thing I do want to note is that some arcade sticks that people buy from third-party companies sometimes do not register the up or down buttons. I always make sure I can go in all directions before proceeding, so I play a game like Shock Troopers 2 to test out the joystick's accuracy in moving. If I can't move, then I usually open up my AES or controller to see what's going on. If nothing's wrong, I usually return the product. Also, I just replaced my input 1 socket of my Neo Geo, so it gets a good grip on any controller I buy. If your Neo Geo doesn't, then it's probably time to change out the socket. Or I recommend you put something under your arcade stick as you plug it into a socket of an AES console to get the controller to respond. For some reason, the Neo Geo CD sockets are tight, at least the ones I've tried out. For some reason, or due to 30 plus years of age, the AES controller's sockets, they get loose. Regardless, the stick passes in the fact that it works properly. Now I'm going to move on. My next question on the list is, can I perform all of my moves in fighting games? Alright, I'm going to try SVC Chaos on the Neo Geo AES hardware. I did a playthrough of this game and I truly feel the test is only true if I could run through a game like SVC Chaos easily. This joystick did not let me down. Performing regular and super moves just felt as responsive as a Neo Geo AES controller. Come to think of it, this joystick clicks, but it isn't as noisy as the other ones I have. Doing Shoryuken-esque moves is easily executed, and it seems that doing super moves that require you to push 2 buttons at the same time work pretty well. But let's see if it can handle the precision of Fatal Fury's special. With this game, you need precision, especially when things get desperate in a fight, and you have to use your desperate moves in the game. The commands require an exact input with your joystick combination and pushing 2 buttons at the same time. The stick does not fail. I'm able to perform all kinds of moves with it. My final test for the joystick is a move like this. Look at Art of Fighting 2's King's special double strike. It looks crazy to do. If I could perform this during combat without thinking about hardware limitations, then it is pretty solid. And as you can see here, I'm performing the move with ease. Now I will talk about if this arcade stick is enjoyable with other games, and I've got to say, it is fantastic. Just take a look. Magical Drop is always fun to play, and sometimes my friends and I can be rough with the controllers while we play the software for some reason. Now, Shock Troopers 2 is very fun. Like I said earlier, it is important that I can move in all directions. If I can't, then this piece of software is unplayable. Most of the fighters on the Neo Geo console are super fun. A lot of them require precision during gameplay. However, you can get away with being sloppy in a game as responsive as SVC Chaos, but not a game like Art of Fighting 2. Sengoku 3 is a damn good time, but the controls in this game are very sluggish due to the commands of each character, or maybe the game was just rushed, I don't know. But I can look past all that and still have a good time. So if you play this game for the first time, the sluggish controls are not coming from the stick, it is the game itself. Metal Slug is a great game. Moving the stick in all directions is essential if you want to have a great time. Now I hate sports games, but man, SNK made them the right way. It is fun for everyone. This game doesn't disappoint. I can find myself playing for hours before I put it down. I don't even like soccer, and this game is just so much fun. So as you can see, this arcade stick, it transitions well from genre to genre of games. Now let's talk about my next question on the list. Is it durable? And I've got to say, yes, it is durable. I have played with this controller extensively. I lent it to some friends who play pretty rough with the fighting games, and it is still in one piece. I know I play rough when I get frustrated in fighting games, and I always play rough in the magical drop games for some reason. I don't know why. I guess it's just fun to play rough. With that being said, yeah, this controller definitely passes the durability test. Overall, the Fightbox R2 stick is phenomenal. It passed and answered all of my tests and questions. Do not let its bland look deceive you. It is a great controller, and like I said before, you can decorate it to fit your personality. If you all have any questions that I did not address in the video, please leave them in the comments below. I will see you all in the next video. This is Chris the Pocket Master saying goodbye.